Hey, how you doing? Dan McDonald here. I am the Life Regenerator on YouTube. Thanks for joining me for today's episode of the Life Regenerator Show. Before I get to this incredible dressing, which I've made up in my mind over the course of the last several weeks and perfected today, I wanted to let you know about the weight loss class that's coming up May 11th. There will be a link down below this page, the Accelerated Weight Loss Class / workshop on May 11th here in Sedona at the Love Center. So come on out, check it out, learn everything you need to know to really accelerate the process. It's based on the Lose a Pound a Day program, which is still my #1 best-selling DVD. So if you can't make the class, you may want to pick up the DVD. There's always a link down below to go to my website to check out my DVD so you can get more recipes and understand how you can use raw foods as medicine to detoxify and cleanse your body. Weight loss is a detoxification process. Fat isn't fat. Fat is actually toxins that have built up in the body. So I've got a weight loss class coming up, and I wanted to share with anybody who can make it out to Sedona on May 11th how to really accelerate that process. There's a lot of little tips and tricks that you can do to accelerate your metabolism. Hopefully through the flow, I'll get into a couple of those things today. But I just wanted to make a quick video announcing that class so that if you have an opportunity to come out, you can do that. The link down below for the Accelerated Weight Loss Class workshop will take you over to a Facebook page where there'll be a lot more details about the recipes that you'll be getting and all the instructions and the outline of the day. We'll be having some discussions. And one of the most important things really at the end of the day that I've noticed in these classes that I've done over the years are the healing circles, where everyone gets to share and vent and have, a lot of people don't have a lot of compassion and empathy for people that are going through challenges in life. And so when we get a chance to get together as a group and talk about some of the things that are holding us back, it helps us to have the release and we can move up to another level. So anyways, I look forward to seeing you come out to the weight loss workshop here in Sedona. So check out the link below and see if you can make it out. So let's get started here on this awesome dressing. It's a raspberry vinaigrette, but now this has the sweet. Let me tell you what the ingredients are and then I'll show you the proportions, okay? And then someone can transcribe and I'll truly appreciate that from the depths of my heart. We've got the sweet with honey. We've got the sour with the apple cider vinegar, which is great for digestion, by the way, to help you. The more you digest, the more you're going to be able to absorb, utilize, and then you can eat less. You're really looking for nutrition when you eat, easily absorbable nutrition. That's why I recommend raw foods. Then you're going to go with the sour, sweet, gland-building effects of raspberries. Very ripe, very delicious. The pear is actually an addition. It was going to be a raspberry vinaigrette, but then it just hit me today as I saw some very ripe pears in the fridge. I need to throw a pear into that recipe. And then next is going to be some ginger, 1 piece of garlic. You don't want the garlic to overload, but you want it to be in there just a little bit for the antibiotic, the antibiotic effects, to healthy antibiotic effects that will, it's more like a medicine, and it's also a blood thinner as well, which is very important in the weight loss. You need to have thin blood that's reaching the cells, feeding the cells, dissolving the accumulations, carrying them to the detoxification organs to be released. It's quite a process, but if you get focused, you can make it happen. I have hundreds of testimonials. Personal, I don't have them on video yet, but my stepmom is one of my main ones. She lost 59 pounds in 60 days. I have a young man who I did get a testimonial from a couple years ago in LA who lost 95 pounds in 90 days, and many, many other people. Not all of them are losing a pound a day. It happens in the beginning a lot more accelerated, and then as time goes on and there's less toxins, it doesn't happen as fast, but you want to stay on the fruit and vegetable detoxification path. Next is going to be a little sea salt. So what you've got is sweet, sour, spicy, and salty. And when you have those 4 flavors, you're hitting the bases. And what happens when you do a dressing like this, which is a non-fat dressing, then what you get is the sweet, sour, and spicy and salty, and you hit all those flavors. And what that is it makes a very satisfying meal, being very low in calories and high in fiber, because this salad here, the salad isn't as important as the dressing. I mean, in the sense that, you know, the dressings are hard to come by. People are like, how do I make healthy dressings? Now, me, myself, I've made hundreds of dressings over the years, all out of raw foods. So for me, it's no big thing, but I know when people start thinking, you know, they're doing the same thing over and over again, they don't know that they can do hemp seeds and Brazil nut dressings and orange and red pepper and all kinds of stuff, and tomatoes and garlic and herbs, and make millions of different dressings. I might even do a DVD called Dressing Mastery. I've done Salad Mastery, but I need to do, like, you know, where there's 20 or 30 dressings or something like that, because it's unlimited what you can do. I better get started. It looks like I'm running out of battery here. I'm ill prepared. Anyways, this is a salad for Sophia here, and she helped me design this. Like I said, the salad's not as important, but it's got romaine, purple cabbage, the onion, and the carrot. And so it's just a nice, beautiful little salad. Any salad will work. The dressing's the key here, because you've got the honey is just a nice sweetener. And the apple cider vinegar is great for enhancing the salivatory glands, and also building hydrochloric acid in the stomach to digest the food better and pull it apart and break it down. Then you've got the raspberries again that are blood purifiers, antioxidizing, as well as tonifying for the glands. The ginger is an accelerator, a metabolic accelerator, raising your metabolism, as well as also thinning the blood, as well as vasodilating the capillaries and the blood vessels, again, to get nutrients deep in the cell. The pears, just a nice fruit. Eating pears is really great for the GI tract. It doesn't particularly have much medicinal effects, except giving it some texture within this recipe here, and then a little bit of sea salt here to bring in the savory, balance everything out. So I'm going to cut the pear. Man, I was going to make a quick video, huh? But anyways, I just want to make sure that you're getting some education here from these videos, and you're able to be empowered in your life so that you can make it happen. You know, there's a lot of obesity out there. There's a lot of different reasons. It's not just food. You've got to eliminate stress so that your body functions. So, you know, I have this thing I wanted to share with you today. We went hiking today, and we went to the river, and we just sat there, and I realized that people would lose weight and eliminate diseases if they just went out to nature. We just sat there for 3 hours in the sun, praying, meditating. It was the most beautiful thing ever. And by the time I was done with that, I was so peaceful and calm. You know, I've been through a lot in my life, and I've learned how to be peaceful and calm, and things are just really, really going very well for me right now in every area of my life. So, but then when you go to nature, it accelerates the relaxation, which will accelerate the healing process, which accelerates the detoxification when your mind is at peace. Your body's always so tight and so stressed out, you can't lose weight. You get stressed out, then you eat, then you get all toxic, because all the food goes into the blood, and the blood has to store it in your body. So you really just want to start the process of letting go. Again, I could go into these things for hours and hours. Thank God I'm having the class on the 11th. I'll get a chance to really explain this stuff in depth so you can wrap your head around it and release, 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 until you're so free that it's not even just about the diet or the body, but it becomes about the soul and the spirit. And you begin to fly and soar. And you live off juices, and you wake up like I did this morning, feeling like your whole brain is brand new, your whole body is filled with electricity, and you can't wait to start living. Today I woke up at the top of my game, for real, because I'm doing it. You know, I've been having some ups and downs with the diet and stuff, but you know, just because it's hard to, this life, it's just crazy. Anyways, that was about a 1-inch piece of ginger. So I'm throwing in, let's do the transcription down below. I might want to spread the good love here to you before I run out of battery. I got the pear, one pear, a 1-inch piece of ginger, or this was actually a 2-inch piece, a bit of extra ginger. So let's do a 2-inch piece for the people that need the exact amounts. 1 clove of garlic. If you want more garlic, it'd be great, but I wouldn't want to overpower it, and that's the savant in me coming through. Then I'm going to go heavy on the raspberries. I want the raspberries to go over the top. Another thing I could have done with this recipe, which I almost did, was to take out the pear and throw in some dried herbs. If you want to take out the pear and throw in some Italian herbs, that would be really good too. And let that sit and marinate for a couple hours and soak that in, or some fresh basil. But let's stay on track, Dan. Don't give out too many ideas. You will confuse. A little bit of sea salt maybe in this recipe. I'm gonna do like a teaspoon here. It doesn't need to be too salty. You're gonna wanna go with the sweet more than anything, but a little salt is gonna make it nice. Then some honey here. You can leave the honey out with the pear. It will be sweet enough, but I think that the honey is just gonna bring a nice, bring that sweetness up a bit to kind of balance out the tartness of the raspberries. I'm gonna put a little bit more. I'm gonna say that was one nice heaping tablespoon of honey. Like I said, leave the honey out. You can use your favorite, sweetener if you're hardcore a vegan. I am not. I use bee products myself. I love them, and I will continue to use them. So there we go. Next, the last but not least, is a nice, maybe a quarter cup of the apple cider vinegar. Add a little more if you want. If you like that sour vinegar flavor. I love apple cider vinegar. I don't eat it that much. I lean more on the side of purist, but it always does accelerate the digestive and salivatory glands, and it really can help you to digest. So it's a nice, powerful digestive aid. Give that a second. Make it nice and smooth. And then what I'll do is I'll probably just put this on the side. I'm not sure Sophia's ready to eat yet, but it's a really nice, that's a really, really nice one. It's pretty thick, dressing, but it's just gonna go over that salad perfectly. And I wish I could do a taste tester, but I'm doing my own little thing, and anyways, watermelon for me today for breakfast, lunch, and probably dinner, baby. But that's how I roll because I'm working on the perfection, which kind of sounds crazy, but anyways, it's in you. Find the perfection within you and the disease will go away. Find the perfection within you by going on the inward journey and looking for that perfect, harmonious, creative principle, which is light, which is, oh, Dan, I don't believe in all that. Well, then what is it that makes the earth rotate around the sun so perfectly for millions of years that life can be created? Yes, I call that God. But it is just the creative principle of perfect harmony, perfect flow, total synchronicity, and you can dive into that at any time. And if you do, you will see the diseases diminish. You will see the weight just fall away. The stress will go away. The wrong relationship will disappear. People that are negative are gone. You'll get the right job. So really it's you're going inward. You're finding the presence of your true self. And once we do that, it's just everything will continue to flow because you'll be in the flow of the letting go. And that's why we get ill, because we're holding on. Thank you for giving this video a thumbs up. I appreciate that. It's part of the game here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, that would be a cool thing to do. And then leave a comment down below. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know if I can help. I got the chocolate macaroons coming up. I've got the winner of the chocolate contest coming up for the Lulu's chocolates. And I got the 20% that need to gain weight. I haven't forgot about you. I got cheeses, I got milks, I got everything coming. I have 500 videos I have to make. I'm gonna start busting out the supplements I've been using for years and just didn't want to hear it, but I don't care about that anymore. It's just time to come forth and rise and rise and rise so that you can be inspired to be yourself, to share your love with the world. Can I get an amen? You knew I was going to say that, didn't you? We're tight. Thank you. Peace.